You know that feeling, right? You hear an old song on the radio, or you catch a certain smell in the air, and boom, you're instantly transported back in time. That warm, kind of fuzzy, a little bit bittersweet feeling, that's nostalgia. And you know, while it feels like just a simple emotion, it's actually this incredibly complex and fascinating thing your brain is doing. So let's dive into the science of why the past feels so good.
And this really gets us to the central puzzle of it all. The word nostalgia, it literally has pain right there in its DNA. So how is it that a feeling that's supposed to be about the pain of coming home actually feels so incredibly comforting? The answer, it turns out, is deep inside your brain's wiring.
To really understand this paradox, we've got to go back to the very beginning, back to where the word itself even came from.
That's right. Back in 1688, a Swiss medical student named Johannes Hofer put these two Greek words together to describe what soldiers were feeling, this intense, debilitating homesickness. It wasn't seen as some pleasant daydream at all. No way. It was diagnosed as a serious medical condition, a literal homecoming pain.
So how on earth did this pain turn into the warm hug that we know today? Well, it's because your brain isn't just passively remembering something. Oh no, it is actively creating an experience for you. It's releasing a very specific chemical cocktail that's designed to do one thing and one thing only, to trick you into believing the past was even better than it actually was.
So how does this whole process get started? Well, a lot of the time, it begins with a smell. It's the sensory trigger that acts like a secret key, unlocking a memory before your logical brain even has a chance to catch up.
This whole phenomenon has a name. It's called the Proust Effect. And see, what's so wild about it is that your sense of smell gets a VIP pass inside your head. Unlike your other senses, like sight or touch, which have to get processed logically first, smell has this direct, unfiltered back channel straight to the most primal, emotional parts of your brain. I mean, just think about that for a second. When you smell something from your past, like your grandmother's kitchen or an old classroom, that information completely bypasses the logical gatekeeper of your brain. It makes a beeline straight for your raw, emotional core, triggering a powerful feeling before you can even begin to form a conscious thought about it. And here's why it's so potent. The part of your brain that processes smell, the olfactory bulb, is physically fused to two really important areas. You've got the hippocampus, think of it as your brain's meticulous librarian filing away all your long-term memories. And right next to it, the amygdala, the siren of emotion, controlling how intensely you feel things. It's an immediate, powerful one-two punch of memory and feeling.
Okay, so that emotional memory has been triggered. Now what? Well, this is where your brain's reward system kicks into high gear. It starts releasing those specific chemicals that create that signature nostalgic high.
There are two main chemicals doing the heavy lifting here. First, you get a rush of dopamine. That's the pleasure hit. It's the same thing you get when you win a prize or eat your favorite food. It essentially tags the memory as something really valuable and rewarding. But at the exact same time, your brain releases oxytocin. That's the love hormone. It acts like a chemical safety blanket, wrapping you in this profound sense of warmth, belonging, and connection.
So here's the crucial takeaway. Your brain is essentially self-medicating. When you're feeling stressed or lonely or anxious about what's going on right now, your brain reaches back into the archives to trigger a nostalgia hit. It's a built-in coping mechanism, flooding your system with pleasure and comfort to make you feel better in the present moment.
But of course, there's a catch. This feeling is so good for a reason, and it's because your brain is a very, very selective editor. It isn't showing you the full, unedited documentary of your past. Psychologists have a term for this, the fading affect bias. You can think of it like a psychological immune system for your memories. Over time, your brain just systematically scrubs away the negative stuff, the anxiety, the boredom, the little embarrassments. Those feelings fade away so much faster than the positive ones, leaving you at this polished, idealized version of the past.
This just sums it up perfectly, doesn't it? When you're feeling nostalgic, you're not watching a factual, moment-by-moment documentary of your life. Nope, you're watching the highlight reel, perfectly curated by your brain to show you only the best moments, all stripped of their messy, negative context.
All of this begs the big question, though. Why? Why did we evolve such a complex and, let's be honest, kind of self-deceiving mechanism? Well, the answer isn't just about feeling good. It's actually about survival. And the evidence for this is just incredible. Get this. A study at the University of Southampton found that nostalgia has a literal physical effect on us. They put people in a cold room, right?
And the people who were prompted to think about nostalgic memories actually said they felt physically warmer than the other group. Nostalgia can literally warm you up from the inside out. And this gives us the absolute perfect metaphor for what nostalgia is really for. It's an internal resource. It's a psychological campfire that we light for ourselves whenever the world out there feels cold or lonely, or maybe even a little meaningless. It's this profound source of inner warmth and strength.
So, the ultimate purpose of this beautiful little deception is to give us the fuel we need to face the future. By looking back at that perfectly edited highlight reel, our brain is reminding us, hey, you have a history of being loved. You have belonged. Your life has had meaning. This isn't about getting stuck in the past. It's about drawing strength from the past to move forward.
So the next time you feel that wave of nostalgia wash over you, just recognize it for what it truly is. It's your brain reaching into your personal highlight reel, lighting that psychological campfire, and reminding you that you absolutely have the strength to keep going. So, what campfire is your brain lighting for you?